Howdy, y'all. Welcome to Hazen Barrel Craftworks here on the Hazen Barrel Homestead and our humble whiskey room. I'm the Alchemist. So, last week I teased a little bit about what's up this week, and it's a continuation of what we finished last week. Last week we finished up Bourbons Under $30. And this week we're going to hit my Bourbon Auto Group's Bourbons Under $50. And it was a little bit harder to find those because a lot of the bourbons that I looked at were also on the under $30 list. And well, I covered some of those last week already. So, what did I do? Went through the list, looked through it several times, but I was able to pick a few. And the first one I want to cover this week is 1792. Now, something that I found really interesting about 1792 is 1792 has the biggest rickhouse or barrel warehouse of any distillery out there. From what I read, it's quite an impressive sight. So if you take a look at a typical historical rickhouse, it houses about just shy of 20,000 barrels, somewhere 19,000 barrels or so. Any new rickhouses being built today, they're building the house somewhere around 30,000 barrels, maybe up to shy of 60,000 barrels. This rickhouse or warehouse can house over 75,000 barrels of whiskey. That's quite impressive. Something I'd love to see. I thought that was pretty cool. But back to 1792. 1792, just like a lot of the whiskeys that we covered last week, a lot of the big distilleries, the mash bill is a closely guarded secret. And I couldn't find much on it other than they said it's a high rye. What does high rye mean? Can be different to me, can be different to you. Couldn't find much detail on it. Couldn't find much about the age statement either. The only thing I do know is the bottle says 93.7 proof. So just shy of 94. Another thing you can probably very easily see about this bottle is, well, where's my cork topper? This is something that I struggle with every bottle of 1792 that I get. I don't know what it is. But when I get down about halfway through the bottle, maybe not quite, that topper pops off. And I don't know if you all pay attention. Anytime that I'm opening a bottle in any of my videos, I tip that bottle upside down. The reason I do that is it keeps my corks moist, keeps them expanded, keeps the seal tight, keep my whiskey fresh, because I love a good tasting whiskey. But I want to show you something here. Let's see if you can get this on video. When I tip this one upside down, I don't know if you can see that. There we go. Can you see that dripping down onto my barrel? It's just a problem that I have with a 1792 cork. I don't know what it is. I can't keep it, I don't know, wet enough or moist enough, and that top just breaks off, and I always have a problem. But it doesn't necessarily mean that I don't like my 1792 bourbon. I always have a bottle of it on my whiskey wall. So let's see what 1792 is all about. As you all know, I usually need my sip or two or more before my palate warms up, before my nose warms up. So let's see what we find. Yeah, and today's no exception. But I do get a little bit of sweetness, which is usually what I get almost every time. There's a little bit of sweetness. But there's a hint of cherry and some barrel spice on the nose, but I'm going to reserve that until I warm my palate up. All right, the very first thing I notice on the palate when I sip this one, got a really nice oily viscosity. Love that on a bourbon. Really love that. Boy, that's nice. Okay, and the next thing I notice on this one, a really nice, light, buttery caramel. It's not a strong, in your face caramel. Just a nice, light, buttery caramel goes really good with this viscosity. Boy, that viscosity is nice. And then in the back, on the back of the palate on this one, on the finish, that's where that cherry note and that barrel note that I had on the nose, and there it is on the nose yet. To me, the cherry sweetness and that barrel is more prominent on the nose than even the caramel. To me, on the nose, the caramel's light, very light. And there's more cherry and barrel on this one. So y'all, for our first bourbon under $50, hitting that $40 mark MSRP, give or take, depending on where you are in the country, not a bad start for the week. And as y'all know, I love to have y'all coming back around. So please take it easy. Don't drink and drive. Cheers.